Nearly 3 weeks, Major League Soccer returns as the Los Angeles Galaxy travel east to take on expansion side FC Cincinnati. Hey everybody, great to be with you once again right here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles, and it's officially summer and the midpoint of MLS. And while the Galaxy have enjoyed marked improvement from the last 2 seasons, they're also hoping to continue an upward trajectory in their first ever meeting against the newest face in Major League Soccer. And when we last saw Zlatan and company way back on June 2nd, it really wasn't a great send-off as the Galaxy suffered a humiliating 2-1 home defeat to Bruce Arena and the New England Revolution, the team then with the second worst record in MLS. But brighter fortunes came just a few days later with a U.S. Open Cup fourth-round win over Orange County FC, but the feel-good factor really didn't last too long as Guillermo Barros Esqueloto's men went up to Portland on Wednesday night, only to fly home on Thursday morning, licking their wounds following a 4-0 trouncing and a somewhat early U.S. Open Cup round of 16 exit. Now, Schelotto has made no bones about his priorities, fielding a less than full-strength squad for that trip up to the Pacific Northwest, leaving behind many starters, among those Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who did not feature in either U.S. Open Cup game. The 37-year-old Swede, though, has been absolutely magnificent, scoring a league second-best 11 times, while also chipping in with 3 assists. No doubt a fully rested Zlatan, with his batteries more than recharged, will be a huge asset tonight. Joe Corona, Fabio Alvarez, as well as Seba Leggett also watched from home, while Chris Pontius and Diego Polenta came off the bench in the second half as Schelotto managed some squad rotation, but the sole aim being a 10th MLS victory today. Now, a lot of Galaxy starters, well, they may have been revved up and ready to go, but it is a short-handed team minus many key figures. And, of course, without the likes of Jonah Dos Santos as well as Uriel Antuna, who are starring for Mexico at the Gold Cup, they will also be without Costa Rican defender Pipo Gonzalez, who is away with Costa Rica. The Galaxy still having to field the likes of a squad minus the talents of Roman Alessandrini, who continues to nurse his long-term injury problem. We'll see what happens as the Galaxy will be without the services, additionally, of Venezuelan right back Rolf Felcher, who is away with Venezuela down in the Copa America in Brazil. He could be coming home depending on their advancement out of the group phases. That remains to be seen. But a lot to get you updated on and a lot to catch up on over these last 3 weeks. When we return, we'll check on the latest team news, tonight's starters, plus we'll see how Guige is approaching tonight's return and how important it is for the Galaxy to take a win. Plus, a look at how Cincy plans for dealing with Zlatan. It's the Galaxy Cincinnati, the pregame show and starting lineups, next on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. And Toyota. Let's go places.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit Spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
Galaxy fans, want to drive away in your very own high-performance Mercedes GLC 63S Coupe? San Manuel Casino is giving away 4 of these cool crossovers in the month of June. Every week, you'll have the chance to win your very own 2019 Mercedes GLC 63S Coupe. Use your Club Serrano card at your favorite slot machines or table games for your chance to win. San Manuel Casino is all thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21 to enter casino. Please gamble responsibly.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and a battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
How can you find the car, truck, or SUV that's just perfect for you? Easy. Get to Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event. There are huge cashback offers and super low leases on popular Toyota models like the sleek 2019 Camry, legendary Corolla, rugged Tacoma, even the all-new Toyota RAV4. Ready to save big? We make it easy.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back to Galaxy Radio as we get set for kickoff between the LA Galaxy as they get set to pay a visit to FC Cincinnati. Time now to take a look at today's starting 11 presented by Casa Modelo, home of Especial and Negra. Quality beer since 1925. And we will begin with the Galaxy and manager Guillermo Barros Escaloto making 7 changes from the team that lost on Wednesday in Portland in the U.S. Open Cup. Back into the squad come David Bingham. Julian Araujo makes his first start in 5 MLS appearances back from under-20 World Cup USA duty. Diego Polenta also reintroduced to the starting 11. He'll form the central defensive partnership tonight with Daniel Steres as Dave Romney keeps his spot from Wednesday night, but moving into a left back role. Joe Corona reinstated into central midfield alongside Perry Kitchen as a double pivot. Out wide on the right will be Seba Lletget, who's come back from a hamstring injury he suffered back on June 2nd against New England. Fabio Alvarez will be tucked in just behind as Emmanuel Boateng will flare out wide on the left-hand side of that 4-2-3-1. And once again, Zlatan Ibrahimovic very well rested, not having played a competitive match in over 20 days. For FC Cincinnati, a 4-3-3 lineup. Spencer Ritchie in goal. Deplam, the French fullback, at that 4-man back line. It'll be Hagelin and Leonardo Bertone in the center of defense. The Englishman Justin Hoyt. Fatay Alash will handle things in the center of midfield along with Emmanuel Ledesma. We'll see Victor Ulloa, the Mexican who was raised in Wiley, Texas. And Rashan Dali, the Jamaican, will make his MLS debut up top. We are underway. The Galaxy, uncharacteristically, wearing their road whites on the artificial surface in a sellout crowd at Nippert Stadium in southwestern Ohio. The first ever meeting between the expansion side FC Cincinnati and the 5-time MLS Cup champions. And no doubt, Yohan Damet, the interim head coach for FC Cincinnati, trying to wipe away a poor run of form. It's a team that's been embroiled in all kinds of turmoil this season. Damet only with 1 win after taking over from Alan Cook, who was sacked, taking just 8 points from his first 11 games. It's a team that has lost their last 4 and has been outscored by 15 goals to 4 in those last 4 MLS Cup games. And like the Galaxy, FC Cincinnati smarting after being bounced from the U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday night away to former USL rivals St. Louis FC. But it's the Galaxy starting well. We are underway. The Seba Lletget will have the throw-in. Will concede the throw-in on the right-hand side to FC Cincinnati. It'll be interesting to see the Galaxy playing on an artificial surface tonight. Not exactly a strong suit of theirs or the preferred surface, but that is the reality of the evening. But a packed house tonight to see Zlatan and company as the Galaxy looking to build upon some road success and claim their 3rd consecutive victory on their travels. Good possession here on the right-hand side for Emmanuel Ledesma, the Argentine for FC Cincinnati, trying to pick out the big, strong Jamaican Dali, who's been recalled from his loan spell with Memphis 901. He scored just once in 9 appearances. Galaxy, though, win it back. I'll bring it back to Daniel Steres, who comes back into his more comfortable role in the center of defense after some experimentation as a right back, deputizing, of course, for Rolf Felcher, who was away with Venezuela at the Copa America. Trying to link up with Emmanuel Boateng, and it'll be a free kick here for LA. LA no doubt happy to have their teenager back, Guillermo Barros Escaloto, utilizing the presence of Julian Araujo, who was called up as a under-20 World Cup alternate for the United States as they were bounced out following the group phase. And no doubt a great debutant to have, or a great replacement to have on the right-hand side, but a disappointing effort that time from the Galaxy after some good build-up play. It was Dave Romney who found himself in the area, some enterprising runs forward from Emmanuel Boateng, and resulting into it, seeing that one just high. Scare for Cincinnati goalkeeper Spencer Ritchie, so a goal kick here for FC Cincinnati. One of the more well-supported teams here. FC Cincinnati with an attendance that ranks third in Major League Soccer, just over 25,500 for their first 6 home games. Still, the novelty effect very much prominent here. We'll see how it wears on, but this is a team that has well over 30,000 on hand. They're going to need each and every one of them because it's a team that's really depleted. Like the Galaxy, several players away on international duty, chiefly amongst them Darren Maddox and Alvis Powell. With Jamaica, Alan Cruz, their talismanic midfielder, as well as club captain Kendall Waston, also with Costa Rica on Gold Cup duty, throwing the likes of Greg Garza, Roland Lamar, and Jimmy McLaughlin out with injury, along with Fernando Adi, who's still sidelined with a hamstring problem. This team is very depleted. So it's a tall task, even though they are on their home soil. We shall see. First touch of the game for Araujo. More advanced here on the right-hand side of that 4-man back line for LA. Wide for Sebastian Lletget, who appears to have recovered rather quickly from that hamstring strain he suffered just 10 minutes in that loss to New England. Galaxy seeing it up. Mistake made by Spencer Ritchie before it's swept to safety. A trepidatious beginning, unsure of themselves, FC Cincinnati. Joe Corona on it now for the Galaxy, who've enjoyed a real strong start here. Galaxy, of course, taking 10 points in their first 7 games away from home. 3 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw in that run. They've come out wide here for David Romney, just 25 yards outside the FC Cincinnati penalty area, reverting to Joe Corona, who switches wide for Araujo, but that one cut out nicely by Emmanuel Ledesma before it's picked up by Danny Steris. Important night for LA, trying to right the ship after what was a real bitter send-off. That 2-1 home defeat to Bruce Arena and New England Revolution has resonated over the last 3 weeks. They want to wipe that memory aside. Boateng links up with Corona. This is Sebastian Lletget, and the Galaxy enjoying some good spells of possession here in the first 5 minutes, but have opened themselves up on the counter-attack, left-hand side. And Kakuta Mane, the man brought down the speedy Gambian, and it'll be a free kick inside the Galaxy half for the hosts. Wearing their renowned orange and blue, defending USL regular season champions. They were bounced in the playoffs in the United States second division last time out, but much has been made of their arrival as an expansion side. With that vehement home support, it will be tested today. So free kick now for FC Cincinnati, who have taken just 11 points in their first 16 games. Coming in at the bottom of the Eastern Conference with the worst point total in MLS. trying to get the Jets going, but nicely won back by that LA defense. Big night for LA, who come into this game with 9 wins, 6 defeats, and 1 draw in the second position in MLS's Western Conference. Here's Fabio Alvarez trying to chip in the near post, and that one covered up by Spencer Ritchie, who did really well in the end. Ritchie, of course, the former University of Washington product. He's been the out-and-out number 1 now in his, of course, 14th appearance. He owns both of Cincinnati's clean sheets this season. So Cincy weathering the storm early on. What can the Galaxy conjure up here on the road? It drops for Leonardo Bertone, the Swiss midfielder, playing at number 6, getting his first start since May 11th. Some of the defense, David Romney, misses out on the header, drops for Ledesma. Nice little knock-on, an exchange between he and Bertone before Romney sends it out of play. It'll be a throw-in here. Level with the penalty area inside the Galaxy half, and here they come with head down. Nice little charge forward from Frankie Amaya, all 5'4" of them. It'll come off of Diego Polenta. And another throw here for Cincinnati. The second worst defensive record in Major League Soccer, conceding 33 times this season. They'll pump this cross in, point blank range, and a great chance for Cincinnati to take the lead, but it was Dali who spurned it. He had a free header in between the center halves. It was a sublime delivery from Emmanuel Ledesma, and certainly Cincinnati should have done better, and the Galaxy very, very lucky on that occasion. Dali knows it, and not making the most of his MLS debut, spurning that chance. And the Galaxy breathe a huge sigh of relief in what could have been a catastrophic start. So back on the other end goes Steris for the advancing run of Julian Araujo. He's done really well. Araujo getting around the left fullback, sends it forward. It comes out over the byline, and it will be a goal kick here for FC Cincinnati. 7 points from their 6 home games, 2 wins, 3 defeats, and a couple of draws for Yohan Dame's team. It's been a rough introduction into Major League Soccer, embroiled in turmoil, as I said. He's trying to find the right combination. But interesting in the comments in the build-up to this game, trying to deal with Zlatan. Central defensive player Nick Haglund saying, communication is going to be key. Everyone needs to be aware and shoulder their share of the responsibility. They need to be prepared for all scenarios today and make sure they mark Zlatan, even when he drops into that deeper role, as he has been prone to do. A huge defensive assignment today for Haglund and Cincy. They'll work it forward on the right-hand side. Dali drops off, good hold-up play with his back to goal. It drops back inside the Cincinnati half as Bertone will send it out wide. It'll work out for Justin Hoyt, former Arsenal man. Actually born in the same part of the London area in England as one David Beckham in Leytonstone. And it's worked out for Frankie Amaya, and an audacious attempt from about 25 yards away. He's not closed down. Amaya did really well to find that pocket of space between the midfield and defensive line. Unfortunately, though, Cincinnati couldn't take their chance. But it is the home team with the better of the opportunities, and a real sluggish, rusty beginning here for the visitors. Galaxy very much looking like a team that hasn't played in MLS in nearly 3 weeks' time. Their last game, as I mentioned, June 2nd. The last game for Cincinnati, actually, on June 6th, when they were beaten 5-2 in New York by NYCFC, but they've come forward now. It's Emmanuel Boateng who fires and hits. Emmanuel Boateng, 12 minutes in, one of the holdovers from the U.S. Open Cup. It's a spectacular goal and a dream start here for the Galaxy. It's LA 1, Cincinnati 0, 12 minutes in. Brilliantly taken, and you couldn't ask for anything better from LA. It was a simple mishap by Fatay Alash, opening up for that potent left foot of Emma Boateng, who took it and took it so well. He grabs his first goal of the campaign, And the Galaxy off and running after what has been a rather shaky start. And things going according to plan for Emmanuel Boateng. First goal of the season for the Ghanaian-born midfielder, and what a goal that will do for his confidence. And it wipes aside what was a pretty poor spell in the last 3 or 4 minutes leading up to the goal. It's a confirmation of that goal, and we'll see what kind of a Cincinnati response we'll get. Nicely taken by Boateng, who kept it low and tucked it into that far corner pocket, just past the outstretched Spencer Ritchie, who didn't have much of a chance, but some porous marking from Cincinnati, and that marking the 34th time they have conceded in MLS this season. Not exactly the record that they were looking for, but so goes the story. And now they have got themselves an uphill climb, and the Galaxy feeling very, very confident right now. Galaxy, of course, when they score that first goal, 8 wins out of 8 games. So it does bode well. Can it carry forward is the question. Long searching ball into the corner now, summoning the presence of the defense. And Mathieu Deplan, the French fullback, operating on that left-hand side for Cincy. They've pushed it forward, the Galaxy, and it's Seba Lejek. Great turn inside the box, squares it, and it's Boateng once again popping up. And not the best of defending, sent right back in, and the Galaxy have 2 in the space of 4 minutes. It's Fabio Alvarez poaching inside the penalty area, and it's catastrophic right now for Cincinnati. It's LA 2, FC Cincinnati 0. Fabio Alvarez with a massive goal, and the Argentine grabs his second in 5 appearances since arriving last month on loan from Atletico Tucumán. It was expertly taken, but once again, terrible play defensively by the hosts, and the Galaxy able to pounce. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Guillermo Barros Esqueloto could have not asked for a better start on the road after a 3-week layoff, and they've got it right back, and it's FC Cincinnati in tatters right now. Boateng cross, and the head off of Hageland, so it will be a corner kick here for Los Angeles. My goodness, they've got to get a hold of this one here because they are reeling, and desperate look on the face of Yohan Damet. First corner of the evening for LA, and they are up against it right now with the match just a quarter of an hour old. They are thin as these 2 teams really embroiled in somewhat of a war of attrition. Sebastian Lletget to the far post, over hits it from everybody. Not the best of deliveries there from Sebastian, but to be forgiven considering the circumstances and what has been a wonderful beginning to this one. Galaxy, as I mentioned, their 8th game on their travels. Feeling much better about their form away from home than they feel about their form on home soil, where they've lost 3 straight back at Dignity Health Sports Park. And FC Cincinnati really needed to get it together right now. They'll push it out of the back from Justin Hoyt. Alash dropping into that right side and roll. It drops into the center of the park now. Nice cushion header for Alvarez, who sends in an uncertain effort. Similar caught in 2 minds between a cross and a shot, and ultimately into the gloves of Spencer Ritchie. So we'll see what's in store. Trying to push it through the center now. Alash. And in number 27, Amaya will drop centrally into a deeper row. Big switch onto that far side, trying to pick out the likes of Kekuta Mane, the Gambian. Now, just when Cincinnati had started so well, asked the questions, got themselves a free header from Rashan Dali. In a game that when you have to take your chances, it was the Galaxy who took theirs. It's been a tough lesson yet learned by FC Cincinnati, who have had their problems scoring goals as well this campaign. Coming in with just 14, the worst attacking record in Major League Soccer through the space of 16 games. Back to the other end it goes, and it will be covered up by Spencer Ritchie. Spent some time with the Vancouver Whitecaps before being summoned into this FC Cincinnati setup. Spent some time alternating that role with Przemysław Titon, the Polish goalkeeper. He's made 3 league appearances, and it's Ritchie who's called upon for the gloves tonight, and he's been embarrassed in the first 15 minutes. Steris wide for the teenager Araujo, and it'll be offside against Sebastian Lletget. Hey, soccer fans, the Modelo 6-pack is available now. The deal includes tickets to the Galaxy versus LAFC coming up on July 19th, as well as 5 other games of your choice. You can get this incredible deal before it's gone at lagalaxy.com/Modelo 6-pack. Galaxy adapting well to this artificial surface. Much has been made of it by Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who said last year he would not play on an artificial surface unless it was deemed absolutely necessary. And after 3 weeks off, the Big Sweet giving it a go as we hit the midpoint of the MLS campaign. The Galaxy will try to turn it on as we head into the second half of the campaign. Important to start things off on the right foot. Galaxy scoring their 23rd goal of the campaign, not exactly lighting it up. Came in with the 5th best attacking record in the Western Conference out of those 12 teams in the West. Good enough for 12th in the entire league. Very much mid-table in terms of goals scored. Didn't really set the world on fire with the exception of Ibrahimovic, who had scored 11 of the previous 22, amounting for exactly half of the Galaxy's total output before that goal. Those 2 goals from Boateng as well as Fabio Alvarez. But this is a good response here from Cincinnati. Wide now for Kekuta Mane as it comes right off the feet of the advanced Mathieu Deplan. Throw in now for Cincinnati in that LA Galaxy defensive third. Just trying to settle in here after being rattled early on. This is not what this sellout crowd anticipated, especially after so much success in the lower divisions over recent years. Push it back behind Nick Hagland. So they continue to try and push those wide players higher up. Nice touch forward from Ulloa. Wide now for Mane, who's operating on the left-hand side, well closed down by Araujo. Really offers a strong defensive presence, but he's beaten this time, and it's the Gambian right back inside for Dali. Open chance for Ledesma, who skies the header. Once again, an opportunity wasted by the orange and blue as the Galaxy defense was ripped apart. Enterprising play down this left-hand side, and a nice ball played in by Mane. Not the best of footwork right in front of goal, and a simple tap-in for Dali. It fell opportunistically for Ledesma, who couldn't keep his header down and sent it well high. And you can't say that FC Cincinnati have not had their chances. Galaxy living dangerously, 5 shots to 2. Cincinnati returning fire, but nothing to show for it. Lletget now restoring order, possession. Here's Perry Kitchen. Trying to fill his big shoes left by Jonah Dos Santos, who is enjoying a fine spell with Mexico at the Gold Cup, coming off that 3-1 defeat of Canada on Wednesday night, in which he managed to get his first appearance of the tournament in a starting role. But how about the form of Oriol Antuna, who's been an absolute revelation, scoring a hat-trick in Mexico's 7-0 demolition of Cuba before chipping in with a couple of assists. in that 3-1 win over the Canadians. So it'll come out here for Richie Alash. And offside for Dali. Hey, the Galaxy Foundation is now accepting nominations for our 2019 Hero of the Game program. The Galaxy strives to express gratitude to local heroes by honoring police, fire, and military personnel, as well as their families, for their sacrifice and their service. To nominate a hero today, all you have to do is go to lagalaxy.com/hero of the game. Midpoint of half number 1. Happy to have you along here on Galaxy Radio. Galaxy off and running after early goals in the first 15 minutes from Emmanuel Boateng and Fabio Alvarez. 2-0. A depleted team, not playing like it. Remember, without those 5 starters this afternoon. It's opened up now in the center of the park, and Mane will call his own number. Perhaps a little too premature that time, but lacking in accuracy. And for all the space that's opened up and the chances that have been given, Cincinnati have yet to put one on target. David Bingham is absolutely irate, and with good reason. The Galaxy, despite this clean sheet that they're holding right now, putting it in serious jeopardy, out of shape, out of sorts, and granting those opportunities to the opposition. About the 3rd or 4th chance here. And still plenty of football remaining. Just joining us, of course, the Galaxy without the services of Rolf Felcher, away on international duty with Venezuela down in the Copa America. Pipo Gonzalez with Costa Rica in the Gold Cup, along with Uriel Antuna and Jonathan Dos Santos featuring for Mexico. Galaxy also without the services of Roman Alessandrini, who continues to recover from left knee surgery. Frenchman, a designated player, not expected back until around September or October. September at the earliest. Steris knocks it away, takes a bounce off the turf, and it's Amaya trying to chip the keeper, but sending it well high. Enterprising effort. And Amaya, all 5'4" of him, lacking the necessary accuracy as well. Amaya, of course, the 18-year-old from Santa Ana, has a few United States under-20 caps under his belt. Still has yet to score in Major League Soccer. After starring for UCLA and coming through the Pateadores Academy here in Southern California. Cleaned up by Amaya, restores possession, sends it back to Hagland. Amaya dropping into midfield as Bertone will go a little bit higher. It's come out wide for Fatai Alash. Important match this, the Galaxy wanting to target 3 points. Busy night of fixtures in Major League Soccer. We'll get you updated on all the other scores and matches coming up on our halftime show. There are 4 other games unfolding today and Saturday as the international break is over for MLS. Chicago hosting Real Salt Lake, FC Dallas entertaining Toronto FC, while Colorado is away to Vancouver. And a little bit later, Houston will travel to Portland. Bertone trying to send a long diagonal ball for the offside. Emmanuel Ledesma, the Argentine, just behind enemy lines, and letting the assistant referee know exactly how he feels about that decision. It's so interesting to see the referee's assistant pull his flag up so early, considering that they have been under mandate by FIFA to keep that flag down due to the implementation of the video assistant referee, which has gotten plenty of service in the Women's World Cup. Become a major talking point for all the festivities unfolding in France, as the United States gets set, of course, for their round of 16 clash against Spain on Monday. Wide on the left-hand side for Hagland. Amaya once again drops into midfield. Space is opened up for the Galaxy. And FC Cincinnati only too happy to oblige. Galaxy coming in. Adrift. 9 points of local rivals LAFC. A victory tonight, can see that lead cut to 6 as LAFC are idle this weekend. Find themselves 5 points in front of the Seattle Sounders on current results if this one would hold. That would give them a little bit of breathing space in front of the men from the Emerald City. Victor Ulloa now for FC Cincinnati. It's come out wide. This is Kekuta Mane, the former Vancouver Whitecap, who has terrorized the Galaxy defense in wide positions during his time up north of the U.S.-Canadian border. It's the first of the 5 games to take place today here in the Eastern Time Zone, and it's Ledesma who's spurring that chance and carelessly gives it away to Julian Araujo. He says thank you very much, and Fabio Alvarez will drop into a deep roll. It'll come back now for Daniel Steres. A little bit higher pressure here. It's audacious, you could say, from FC Cincinnati. You come out with an attacking posture. Despite being down 2-0 and rattled early on, Ibrahimovic has been very quiet. The Galaxy captain dropping into the left-hand side of midfield, links up with the left fullback, Dave Romney, who's really showed off his versatility, and it will be a Cincinnati throw-in. 3 wins, 11 defeats, and 2 draws for the hosts. 2 of those victories coming under the former head coach, Alan Cook, who was let go in early May. The reason being a deterioration of club culture. And that was the reason cited by the FC Cincinnati hierarchy. His assistant, Johan Dame, given the temporary reins as the search continues for a permanent successor. We are half an hour in here on Galaxy Radio. The Galaxy leading on early goals on the 12th minute from Emmanuel Boateng, and on the 15th from Fabio Alvarez. Ulloa now playing it long, but entirely mishit. Sails over the byline and a goal kick, an easy one here for David Bingham. The Galaxy trying to change their shape, change their tactics. You've seen him use a variety of setups and some experimentation for Guillermo Barros Esqueloto, at times going with a 4-3-3 on Wednesday. More of a 4-2-3-1 tonight with a double pivot of Kitchen and Corona in central midfield. Up off the bench right now is Guillermo Barros Esqueloto's twin brother Gustavo, imploring his team and vociferously imploring some instructions. Well won back though as Araujo drops into a central role. He's left some space on the right-hand side. Dolly comes up on the left-hand side of this Galaxy defense. It's onside for Kekuta Mane, and Mane unable to get the cross in as it's blocked nicely by Dave Romney and won back by Diego Polenta, who's missed out on the last few games. Back into the starting fray. Open over the top now for an offside, Emmanuel Boateng. Long and over the top as Cincinnati have really pushed the numbers forward in search of an equalizer. Great home support, as I mentioned. Sellout crowd, over 30,000 on hand at Nippert Stadium, the home of the defending regular USL Division champions. Now in their first season as an expansion team in Major League Soccer, becoming the 24th franchise to enter the fray. Alash will work the big switch from right back into the Galaxy half. Popping up once again is Mane. It's been a ubiquitous presence on that left-hand side. It'll be a throw-in for the orange and blue, trying to avoid their 5th consecutive defeat. A tough road to hoe for the new boys. Araujo, perhaps a little miscommunication there with David Bingham. Amaya now for Emmanuel Ledesma, the well-traveled Ledesma. Nice ball that found its way through for Bertone. Appeals for a handball as it's blocked by Diego Polenta, and the Galaxy able to reacquire possession. Ledesma coming in a little hard on the Uruguayan Polenta, and Ledesma extremely demonstrative, claiming that it was a touch on the Galaxy defender. The throw has been awarded here for LA as we get a good look at referee Marcos de Oliveira, the 38-year-old Brazilian. He's been around since the 2013-2014 campaign. They're appealing a handball there, and it was Diego Polenta whose arm, it did hit his arm, but it was within the confines of his torso. Or as they say, within the silhouette, I believe is the proper wording by IFAB, International Federation of Association of Referees Board. A lot of these laws have been exposed by the implementation of video assistant referee, namely at the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup, mostly of which have been strictly adhered to. A few of the new introductions have come under heavy criticism. Nevertheless, them's the rules, them's the laws, as they say in the soccer world. Here's Ibrahimovic dropping into a central midfield role. We'll leave it wide. This is Leggett, about 30 yards away from goal. Finds his way for Boateng. First time hit from Araujo, trying to pick out Ibrahimovic. It drops to the feet of Corona, just outside the arc. Daniel Steres will step into the Cincinnati half to send it for Araujo. Had the movement of Sebastian Leggett, and it'll come out here for a Galaxy throw, which is quickly taken off the chest of Leggett, and a goal kick. Hey, Galaxy fans, come celebrate the 4th of July with your LA Galaxy as they get set to take on Toronto FC at Dignity Health Sports Park. Now, the first 12,500 fans in attendance will receive a buy one, get one ticket voucher courtesy of Alaska Airlines. Now, terms and conditions do apply. Following the match, the Galaxy will light up the sky with their annual 4th of July fireworks show. You can buy your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. We've seen plenty of fireworks here in the first quarter of an hour, but things have subsided just a bit. Cincinnati betting into the game and finding a little bit more stability in terms of possession. But it's nonetheless an uphill climb for Yohan Dame and the orange and blue. Bit of a deceiving scoreline because it has not been a cohesive performance from the Galaxy in the back. They've left themselves exposed and open. Unfortunately for FC Cincinnati, though, they have been unable to punish the Galaxy mishaps. It'll be a throw-in now, and poorly taken by the Galaxy. They will give it back to FC Cincinnati. Alash will send it forward. Bertone plays it off of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So throw in now for Cincy, trying to keep things going. Alache. Wide on the right now for Dali, who's flared out into the periphery. Dali, some nimble footwork, drawing the likes of Romney and Diego Polenta. He did well, but one too many touches. It's just got to be quicker and better from the Cincinnati striker, who's having to deputize for Darren Maddox, who's their co-top goal scorer. It's the team really missing the talismanic presence of Alan Cruz, who's been their creative playmaking force in midfield. He's also chipped in with two. Give you an idea of how poor things have gone for FC Cincinnati. Three of their top goal scorers have scored 2 goals this season. So a tough road to hoe for them. Maddox, Mane, and Cruz all on target on 2 occasions. It'll come back now, less than 10 minutes until halftime. The Galaxy up 2-0 here on Galaxy Radio. Here's Daniel Steres trying to play it long for the advancing run of Boateng, who's flared out and switched flanks. Now on the right, supported by Alvarez. Good ball in from Emmanuel Boateng, but it's repelled in the center of that defense by Justin Hoyt. Perry Kitchen steps forward to win it back. Boateng once again is Leggett will tuck inside. Alvarez just in front of that back four, plays it wide for Ibrahimovic, who had to hold firm, couldn't make a play for it as he was in the offside position, so it'll be a throw. The game is yet to find Ibrahimovic, and not for a lack of him trying to find it himself. Careless in possession, though. The distribution has been very poor tonight. Ibrahimovic now puts it on that right, trying to cut one against the grain for the advancing run of Sebastian Lletget, but Cincinnati able to get it back. Here's Ledesma on this right-hand side. Nice switch there from the Argentine to locate Deplan, the Frenchman, the only player to feature every minute this season in both league and cup play. And it's wide on the left for Dali. It was closed down, or rather Kekuta Mane, but that one well wide and high. They've been able to open up this Galaxy midfield and advance forward and create some chances, but the finishing has left a lot to be desired from FC Cincinnati. Nice little drop of the shoulder from Kekuta Mane. He's proven to be problematic for the youngster Araujo. As you mentioned, Araujo deputizing tonight for Rolf Felcher, the usual starter who's away on international duty at the Copa America in Brazil. Araujo doesn't turn 18 until August 13th, now making just his 6th MLS appearance since making his debut against Minnesota United back on March 16th. And it will be Mane, who's very slow to get up here on the 39th minute. One win in 12 for FC Cincinnati, their last victory coming back in the first game in charge for Yohan Damet, a 2-1 win over his former club, the Montreal Impact. Since then, 4 consecutive defeats, allowing 15 goals in the process. Trying to shore things up and tighten it up in the back, but it's been a bridge too far for this FC Cincinnati defense, despite this vehement home support. While we've got a moment, soccer fans, advance your soccer skills this summer with the Galaxy. The youth camps are offered for all ages, skill levels, positions in multiple locations across all of Southern California. The camps get set to kick off coming up not too long from now at Dignity Health Sports Park, already well underway. You can find them in Glendale as well as the Palm Springs area. For more information, all you have to do is visit youth.lagalaxy.com/camps. That's youth.lagalaxy.com/camps. Alaché, Fatai Alaché, I've been informed is the proper pronunciation. Alaché, of course, coming over last July in a trade from the San Jose Earthquake, so well acquainted with this Galaxy team in Western Conference opposition. Steep learning curve, however, with an expansion club, as Amaya is brought down by an overzealous challenge from Joe Corona. Back to the other end, good cross in, just past the likes of Dali. It makes it up for Amaya. Dali sizing up the volley before it's cleared away by Sebastian Lletget. A near brush with disaster for Los Angeles, but it'll come out now for a throw-in in Mathieu Deplan for FC Cincinnati. Leonardo Bertone playing that number 6, wearing that number 6 top. It's an aggressive game plan here as they've really spread out their backs. Justin Hoyt tucking centrally. Alaché on the right-hand side of this 3-back back line. They push their fullbacks high as Ledesma trying to get involved on this right-hand side before it's cleared away out of play by Diego Polenta, who did well to cover on the left-hand side for Dave Romney. No doubt about Polenta's sublime distribution and very much a ball-playing center half in the modern mold. After a long stint without playing any club football, he has really worked his way into these Galaxy plans despite a few injuries along the way. Dali now in possession for Cincinnati. It refers to the Mexican Ulloa. Here's Amaya. He has been ubiquitous, to say the least, popping up in central midfield. They'll push it back now for Nick Hagland. The center backs really spread out wide as the 2 fullbacks coming out high. Looks to be really more of a 4 fullback setup with Hoyt along with Hagland in there. They'll push it for Amaya now, supported by Ulloa. Ulloa trying to push it out wide. This is Mane, who's got some help inside. Deplan's made the run, and it's Mane who fires, takes a deflection as it's blocked in. Plenty of space for Kakuta Mane, and not well closed down. FC Cincinnati, though, with a second burst, able to win it back. Alache. Closed down by Emmanuel Boateng. It'll go back to the goalkeeper, Spencer Ritchie. Hagland. Cincinnati born and bred. Actually went to college and played his Division I college soccer at local University Xavier. Astutely played by Leonardo Bertone. Long searching ball on the left-hand side. Mane pops up, well won. A nice 50-50 challenge from Julian Araujo. Really looks to be the part. He's going to be a good pro, Araujo. Spending some time with the La Masia setup in Barcelona, Spain earlier in his career, but ran into some immigration paperwork problems and EU work restrictions. Nice ball in, trying to pick out Dali. And close down, and a smart header back from Perry Kitchen for his goalkeeper, David Bingham. So a goal kick here for Bingham. So Bingham and company, later stages of half number 2. Beautiful day in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the southwestern corner of the state. I love them some FC Cincinnati in these parts. Local community is really taken to this team. One of those smaller markets, similar vein to the likes of Real Salt Lake. We'll see with Nashville coming into the league. Amaya dropping into midfield, supported by Ulloa. This is Bertone in the center circle. Had some good spells of possession. As is often the case, it hasn't amounted to much inside the attacking third. Ledesma wide on the right-hand side. The Argentine pumps one in. Long searching ball for the likes of Dali. Drops to the feet of Bertone. First time touch for Amaya. He's onside. Closed down by Polenta. Supported by Emi Ledesma now. Something brewing. Squared across. Ulloa trying to push it through. And in the end, the Mexicans touch far too heavy for the advancing Dali. Wonderful build-up play, though, you'd have to say. And Ulloa really acknowledging the folly of his ways here. Just much too heavy as Ledesma made that diagonal run from the right to the left in the center of that Galaxy defense. Fortunately for Los Angeles, their blush is spared once again, but it has not been a good half defensively, despite conceding for the Galaxy, despite yet to concede by the Galaxy. We'll break down all the numbers for you and the stats along with some other scores around the league coming up on our halftime show. And keep it right here on Galaxy Radio as a foul is called against Zlatan Ibrahimovic. First ever meeting between these two. East hosting West tonight. FC Cincinnati really struggling, trying to get themselves off the bottom. Last place in the Eastern Conference. And that's going to do it. 1 minute of stoppage time is up, and the Galaxy, so despite some shaky moments in the first half, unpunished, but it's Emmanuel Boateng and Fabio Alvarez doing the damage as the Galaxy getting 2 goals inside the first 15 minutes. So halftime here in Cincinnati. It's FC Cincinnati 0, the LA Galaxy 2, here on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Hey, what you doing, guys?
Just remember in the 1980s, I'd sip on a Shasta Diet Grape, shredding at the skate park.
Shasta was around in the 80s?
That's right, Sonny. In fact, Shasta's been around for 130 years.
Wow, Grandpa, that's old.
You know, in my day, I'd enjoy me a Shasta Cherry Cola listening to my favorite radio program.
What's a radio program? I'm more of a modern kid. I'll stick with my Shasta California Dreamin'.
From generation
to generation.
Celebrating 130 years of flavor.
It has to be Shasta.
Galaxy fans, want to drive away in your very own high-performance Mercedes GLC 63S Coupe? San Manuel Casino is giving away 4 of these cool crossovers in the month of June. Every week, you'll have the chance to win your very own 2019 Mercedes GLC 63S Coupe. Use your Club Serrano card at your favorite slot machines or table games for your chance to win. San Manuel Casino is all thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21 to enter casino. Please gamble responsibly.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Hi, this is Toyota Talk. I'm Mark Nolte.
And I'm Jeff Trusso.
So, Jeff, you know what I really like?
I do. You like baseball and pizza and movies and...
Well, yes, all of that is true.
See, I get you.
You do, but I also like it when a thing is easy.
Everyone likes things that are Oh, hang on. I'm guessing you have a thing in mind.
You totally get me. Yes, I like it when car buying is easy.
Oh, yeah, that is a good thing. And since this is Toyota Talk, I'm guessing...
Yeah, you see where this is going. I'm going to Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event.
And it's called that because...
Because right now it's easy to get great deals on all 25 Toyota models.
Wait, the Sporty Camry?
Yep.
The adventurous RAV4?
You betcha.
The rugged Tacoma?
Truck voice, absolutely.
Well, this is easily the best news I've heard in forever.
It's also easy to compare models and check out all offers. Just visit buyatoyota.com.
Wow, and just how is all this easy possible?
Funny you should ask. Your Southern California Toyota dealers make it easy.
Ah, too easy.
Toyota.
Let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
And welcome back. It's halftime at Nippert Stadium in southwestern Ohio. Our scoreline reads FC Cincinnati 0, the LA Galaxy 2. It's Emmanuel Boateng striking on the 12th minute, and then 3 minutes later was Fabio Alvarez in a 5-minute spell that saw FC Cincinnati entirely out of sorts. As a result, Boateng getting his first goal of the season, while Fabio Alvarez continues to set it alight, grabbing his second in just 5 appearances since being acquired by the Galaxy earlier last month. Time now for our flavorful play of the half, brought to you by Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple, tiki punch strawberry, and California Dreamin'. Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta, and really those moments and flavorful play of the half have to come in that 3-minute spell when Emmanuel Boateng and company smelled blood in the water. It was a charitable defensive giveaway as the distribution from FC Cincinnati was very poor, and as a result, something you cannot do. The Galaxy able to pounce and take advantage as Emmanuel Boateng slots it home on a rather routine play and an expert finish, rather. And then 3 minutes later, Fabio Alvarez, pretty much the same scenario as he was gifted plenty of time, plenty of space. Something at this level that this FC Cincinnati team is learning is simply unacceptable. And as a result, FC Cincinnati now conceding a league-high 35 goals in their first 17 games, as the Galaxy now managed to up their season total to 24 scored through their first 2. And really positive signs have to be that somebody besides Zlatan Ibrahimovic has done the goal scoring this afternoon, while the Swede has been rather inconspicuous here in the first half. Well, it's been a complete team effort as the team has shown good shape going forward despite some defensive miscues in the backs that have gone unpunished. All right, we're going to step aside, but we will talk about some of those defensive miscues. Plus, we'll get you updated on some other action unfolding today in MLS. It's halftime here on Galaxy Radio. Our scoreline reads FC Cincinnati 0, the Galaxy 2.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Hey, what you doing, guys?
Just remember in the 1980s, I'd sip on a Shasta Diet Grape, shredding at the skate park.
Shasta was around in the 80s?
That's right, Sonny. In fact, Shasta's been around for 130 years.
Wow, Grandpa, that's old.
You know, in my day, I'd enjoy me a Shasta Cherry Cola listening to my favorite radio program.
What's a radio program? I'm more of a modern kid. I'll stick with my Shasta California Dreamin'.
From generation
to generation.
Celebrating 130 years of flavor.
It has to be Shasta.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, Southern New Hampshire University celebrates the goal setters and the goal getters, the hard workers, the fighters, and the up all-nighters. At SNHU, we celebrate you. With flexible, affordable online courses and more than 200 programs to choose from, earning your degree is a goal you can achieve. Learn about SNHU's online courses at snhu.edu. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
How can you find the car, truck, or SUV that's just perfect for you? Easy. Get to Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event. There are huge cashback offers and super low leases on popular Toyota models, like the sleek 2019 Camry, legendary Corolla, rugged Tacoma, even the all-new Toyota RAV4. Ready to save big? We make it easy.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
And welcome back. It's halftime at Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Galaxy have 2-0 over FC Cincinnati, and the first and only meeting between these two in Major League Soccer, the first ever meeting between the expansion franchise and the 5-time MLS Cup champions. The goals coming in the first 15 minutes from Emmanuel Boateng, who grabs his first strike since September, as well as Fabio Alvarez. Happy to have you here on Halftime. Christian Miles, let's get you updated on what else is transpiring in Major League Soccer and what will take place tonight. Just 4 other games on the slate in MLS. It will be Chicago at home to Real Salt Lake. Meanwhile, Toronto FC will be traveling to FC Dallas down in Texas, while Vancouver will get set to take on the Colorado Rapids. It will be the Portland Timbers, fresh off their U.S. Open Cup defeat of the Galaxy, playing hosts to Houston at newly renovated Providence Park in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Time now to keep you abreast of the stats as we break down the numbers for you. FC Cincinnati have looked dangerous, but as I mentioned, have really been wasteful in front of goal, matching the Galaxy with 5 shots, but none of those on target. Meanwhile, the Galaxy making the most of their opportunities, putting 4 of their 5 shots on frame. 62% possession for FC Cincinnati, just 38, and they'll still no yellow cards. Corners, a slight edge, the Galaxy with 1 compared to nothing for FC Cincinnati. So that's the story here at the break. We're going to step aside one more time here on Galaxy Radio, but keep it right here. The final 45 minutes, the second half, Cincinnati and LA is next. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, Hi, this is Toyota Talk. I'm Mark Nolte.
And I'm Jeff Trusso.
So, Jeff, you know what I really like?
I do. You like baseball and pizza and movies and...
Well, yes, all of that is true.
See, I get you.
You do, but I also like it when a thing is easy.
Everyone likes things that are Oh, hang on. I'm guessing you have a thing in mind.
You totally get me. Yes, I like it when car buying is easy.
Ah, yeah, that is a good thing. And since this is Toyota Talk, I'm guessing...
Yeah, you see where this is going. I'm going to Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event.
And it's called that because...
Because right now it's easy to get great deals on all 25 Toyota models.
Wait, the Sporty Camry?
Yep.
The adventurous RAV4?
You betcha.
The rugged Tacoma?
Truck voice, absolutely.
Well, this is easily the best news I've heard in forever.
It's also easy to compare models and check out all offers. Just visit buyatoyota.com.
Wow, and just how is all this easy possible?
Funny you should ask. Your Southern California Toyota dealers make it easy.
Ah, too easy.
Toyota.
Let's go places.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and a battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life, and Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, folks, the break is over, and the halftime break is over as the LA Galaxy are back to Major League Soccer business following their 3-week international break, and they find themselves in a pretty good position right now, currently leading FC Cincinnati by 2-0. The goal scorers in the first 15 minutes coming off the feet of both Emmanuel Boateng for his first strike since September of last year, as well as the newest face in the Galaxy squad, the Argentine Fabio Alvarez has already got 2 in his first 5 appearances. So things really sitting pretty here for the LA Galaxy. However, it's not all rosy and perfect. Still plenty of room for improvement for the Galaxy, especially on the defensive end when the FC Cincinnati has been able to exploit some gaps in between the midfield and defensive line, as well as some holes in the center of that Galaxy defense. Unfortunately, though, for the orange and blue, and from their perspective, striker Rashawn Dali on his MLS debut, spurning a couple of chances. As a result, FC Cincinnati, despite being gifted a series of opportunities, not yet able to put a single shot on target. A sellout capacity crowd in the first ever meeting between FC Cincinnati and the LA Galaxy. Over 30,000 on hand at Nippert Stadium for MLS's 24th franchise. This is the 17th game for each of these two as we hit the midpoint of Major League Soccer on our first match on the second day of summer. Happy to have you along on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles, and FC Cincinnati will get us underway here in half number 2. They are donning their home orange and blue, the Galaxy uncharacteristically in their road white, and it will be Dali playing that role of lone striker up at the head of that attack. trying to see if FC Cincinnati can overcome that 2-goal disadvantage. Here's Kekuta Mane, who is by far and away their most dangerous presence, operating on the left-hand side of the attack for FC Cincinnati. It's opened up once again for Dali. Unfortunately for him, it was David Bingham who read it well, coming out to the edge of his penalty area. Now, we mentioned the problems for the Galaxy on the defensive end, and you can bet that Guillermo Barros Esqueloto, who was a pretty hard-minded defender, at least from a midfielder's perspective, back as a player, will have some words to say, trying to get his team organized. They've got to be tighter at the back. They want to walk out with a full share of the 3 points tonight. Amaya, though, as FC Cincinnati have started well here, is an enterprising player full of all kinds of creative playmaking ability. It'll pop out wide for Mathieu Desplan, but a free kick here as the Galaxy were upended. Joe Corona just chopped down in front of his own penalty area. And some painful expressions on some of the fans inside Nippert Stadium. Artificial surface tonight. The Galaxy have adjusted quite well to that. Tends to speed up with a little bit of a bouncier surface than you're used to seeing on natural grass. Galaxy, of course, will get back to their natural surface coming up on the 4th of July in their next home game against Toronto FC. That will come after next weekend's visit to San Jose. That coming up on next Saturday, June 29th, to round out the month of June. 6 games in the month of May, just 3 in the month of June. Julian Araujo now on a day where both of these two teams are depleted without some of their top names. Galaxy able to call upon Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but without 5 starters tonight. As Amaya will send it back. Desplan. Hagland will send it forward and give it away. Pushing forward is Joe Corona. Such a good reading of the game, able to pop up in those gaps and win balls. It'll drop to Daniel Steres, who sends it into the Cincinnati half. The Galaxy did see FC Cincinnati with 62% of the possession. That due largely to the fact that the Galaxy scoring so early and trying to absorb some of that pressure, although it didn't look comfortable throughout large stretches. They want to put a foot on the ball here in the final 45 minutes and put this game out of reach and kill off any hopes of a comeback. Here's Sebastian Lletget, who's tucked in a little bit narrow, supported by Corona. It's come out wide. Ibrahimovic for the overlapping Dave Romney has come into a fullback role after featuring in the heart of that central defense on Wednesday night, partnering his old buddy Daniel Steres in that 4-0 loss to the Portland Timbers in the U.S. Open Cup. He's upended by Alaché. It'll be a throw-in for the Galaxy deep inside the FC Cincinnati defensive third. Alaché coming up the worst for wear after colliding with Dave Romney, who celebrated his 27th birthday just 10 days ago. One of those local success stories is Dave Romney. Grew up in Irvine, went to the University of San Francisco, came up through the Los Dos or LA Galaxy 2 system 5 years ago. Became a regular starter, and he, along with Daniel Steres, back and worked their way up into the senior team and become a huge part of this Galaxy defense over the last 4 or 5 years. Just the 3rd Major League Soccer appearance, as Romney has not been first choice tonight, but with a depleted squad, minus the services of Rolf Felcher, as well as Pipo Gonzalez in that back line, a chance for Romney to utilize his best talents. Galaxy, more importantly, trying to tighten things up in defense. He mentioned what a great start it was. It's been a roller coaster season, defensively speaking. First 9 games, conceded just 8 times. The last 7 games, however, they have conceded on a number of occasions. 11 goals allowed in their last 7 MLS matches. But what will give them a little solace is the fact that of their 5 clean sheets this season, 4 of them have come on their travels at Sporting Kansas City and Orlando, their last 2 matches. as well as April wins at Minnesota and a home win over Philadelphia. The other away clean sheet coming back at the beginning of April with a 2-0 blanking of Vancouver in British Columbia. So the Galaxy trying to ride this one out is some of the assistant coaches, namely amongst them Pamudu Ka, former Portland Timbers and FC Cincinnati player, is now part of the coaching setup. Always one of the more colorful, delightful characters, Pamudu Ka. As a cross comes in, great opportunity, but it's dealt with in the end by the Galaxy, or the FC Cincinnati defense. It'll be Araujo keeping it alive. It drops. It's Alvarez. Blocked. Questions of a handball. Heroic defending. Last-ditch defending by Justin Hoyt, who's on the deck. It did touch his hand. Referee waves it on. It's pinball inside the penalty area. And somehow or another, the Galaxy failed to find their third. And it's opened up on the counterattack. And here comes the orange and blue. Mane into open space behind Araujo. Enters the penalty area. Plays it early on the right-hand side. Arriving is Dali, who can't control it with his first touch. But a lightning-quick counterattack from FC Cincinnati. And the Galaxy stating their case, appealing their case, as no handball was given. It was blasted in by Alvarez. And the appeals going against Justin Hoyt, who was very slow to get up, and as he gets up, the ball is underneath him. It does hit his upper bicep, which was supporting himself. And the new writing of the law, which is going to come into effect, could have a big role to play here, because it is stated if the hand's in an unnatural position, it can be a handball. But if a hand is in an unnatural position and is supporting the body weight of the player, which it was in the case of Justin Hoyt, it is not a handball. Interesting decision here is that it does appear that Marcos de Oliveira is having it checked. The check is underway, and the question is, did Hoyt intentionally play this? He's down on the ground. It comes into his torso, just in front of the 6-yard box, and as he attempts to get up, the ball still within his torso, and it hits the underside of his right tricep. Referee had a great look at it, did not award the handball. Remember, it has to be clear and obvious to overturn the initial decision. So the VAR at Edvin Jurvasevic deeming that it was not sufficient grounds enough to overturn the initial decision. A quick check, and we are back underway. FC Cincinnati behind Amaya. Works it down this right-hand side. This is positive play from them as it comes off of David Romney. And the first corner kick in the afternoon here for the hosts, who have really struggled. My goodness, what a sequence. So we'll see what can conjure up here as FC Cincinnati has scored just once from a corner kick situation. Galaxy have yet to concede directly off a corner. This one sent in off the head of Joe Corona on that far right-hand side. The Galaxy don't clear their lines before Corona finally gets a hold of it and sends it upfield. Alvarez trying to beat Ulloa to it. And well played by the Mexican, but reading it perfectly is Araujo. It's a foot race between Araujo and Justin Hoyt, who did well to play it to Richie. Good pressure here from Julian Araujo to force it out. It will be a goal kick. My goodness. It's been a little ragged tonight. Both teams not putting their best foot forward in terms of defensive play. Just trying to restore some order in any manner, shape, or form right now. Last 5 games, FC Cincinnati allowing 17 goals, averaging more than 3 goals conceded per match. One back by Perry Kitchen, part of that central midfield double pivot, deputizing for the departed Jonah Dos Santos, is away with Mexico. It may sit up for Dali, who takes it first time at about 23 yards out. But once again, Dali unable to find any necessary accuracy. Been a huge learning curve, as I mentioned, for the 22-year-old Jamaican. Dali called upon and preferred, of course, to Corbin Bone tonight. Number 49 draft pick this past year for FC Cincinnati, but is yet to score. Tonight, of course, the big Jamaicans' MLS debut, and massive responsibility. So FC Cincinnati will bring it up behind Hoyt, who's tucked in centrally. Started his career, you may remember those English Premier League fans out there, as a bright young Arsenal prospect. Actually grew up in Leytonstone, England, as I mentioned earlier, but switched his national allegiances to Trinidad and Tobago. Not part of the Gold Cut team, however. But it was at Middlesbrough where Hoyt really made his name in the lower divisions. Mane slips right past the likes of Julian Araujo. This is clearly going to be a card here. And a professional tactical foul by the teenage fullback. He'll become the first man booked tonight for either team. So Araujo will be given the caution here in the 57th minute, and it will be his first yellow card of the campaign. First yellow card of his career, and no doubt about it. As they say, taking one for the team. So a free kick. That's a little precarious position here for the Galaxy's liking. Standing over it is Amaya. It'll be on the right-hand side for David Bingham, about 10 yards outside the penalty box. Amaya will defer. Referee Marcos de Oliveira will size it up. It'll be Leonardo Bertoni. He puts it right into the near post, causing some confusion. And it wasn't met by the defense and cleared. Haglund was ghosting in just behind Bingham, who lost track of it in flight. My goodness, another brush with disaster, but disaster averted. It was Haglund who made the near post run. Ibrahimovic can't clear, and I believe Bingham did just enough, but Bingham none too pleased. So corner number 2 coming up, as Bingham did get in touch, and it's a terrible delivery. It falls to Dali, and up comes Bingham. More sure-handed this time. What a sequence there. Once again, Cincinnati knocking on the door. Trying as they might, but just lacking that quality in front of goal so far. Well, soccer fans, come celebrate the 4th of July with your LA Galaxy as they get set to take on Toronto FC at Dignity Health Sports Park. The first 12,500 fans in attendance will receive a buy one, get one ticket voucher courtesy of Alaska Airlines. Terms and conditions do apply. Following the match, the Galaxy will light up the sky with their annual 4th of July fireworks show. Buy your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. 59th minute, the Galaxy clinging to those 2 early goals from Boateng and Fabio Alvarez. FC Cincinnati, though, enjoying a fine spell of possession here. This one really wound up from distance. Powerful drive, but once again, well off target from Emmanuel Boateng. Ledesma's played all over the world in his native Argentina, Italy, as well as England, and even Greece, before finding his way to Ohio. Has real power behind that left foot. Is yet to find the back of the net, though, in MLS play this season. Ibrahimovic drops off so quiet tonight. Is Ibra storming forward on the right has been legit, has been equally silent. Good link play. Ibrahimovic dropping into that midfield role. Nice interplay. Knocked back from Joe Corona. It's worked its way to the left-hand side. Romney's cross, and it was Ibra rising to meet it, but it's won by Nick Haglund. Well defended by FC Cincinnati as Haglund just levels Ibrahimovic. It was Haglund who was the more vocal of the Cincinnati players, stating that they needed to be aware of the presence of Zlatan Ibrahimovic at all times. And certainly that was the case on that instance. Galaxy, true to current form, not enjoying a majority spell of possession. Two of the last 3, they've had less than 40% possession than the opposition. New England with 62% of it. It's 62% of it against New England, but just 35% against Sporting Kansas City, and just a little over 40% of the ball in that win, a big win over Sporting Kansas City in Kansas. Those 2 games, of course, amounting for 2 of the 3 road wins this season for LA. The other, of course, back on April 5th in a 2-0 win at Vancouver. It will be a yellow card at the center of the park for Leonardo Bertone, who now will be given his 5th yellow card of the season, and thereby misses out on next weekend's visit to Minnesota United FC, as he came in a little rashly on Joe Corona. Tough one there for Bertone. First start since May 11th in that 2-1 win at Nippert against Montreal Impact. Back to the other end, though, Spencer Ritchie nearly caught in possession. Able to cover up. The Galaxy going a little bit more direct right now as we head past the hour mark. It's come out wide. Cincy in possession now as Ledesma drops into a deeper role. Here's Victor Ulloa, former FC Dallas product, who spent so much time in their youth system throughout the last 8 seasons, when he made over 140 appearances. Ulloa will bring it forward in the center circle and go directly for Rashan Dali. He's closed down well by Daniel Steres. Wide on the left now. Amayas comes centrally, turns and fires. Nice little snapshot from the rookie, but right into a sea of white and well blocked by the Galaxy back line. They'll send it forward for Ibrahimovic. He's trying to work in Emmanuel Boateng, playing just off the shoulder of the big Swede. Deplan comes forward now. Once again, FC Cincinnati reestablished possession. Here's Kakuta Mane inside the Galaxy half. Will switch the point of attack wide on the right-hand side. Ledesma joining in, cutting in on that left-hand side outside of the penalty area. He'll need some support. Dwelling on the ball a little too long. Plays it into the path of Deplan, who's denied by David Bingham, but the flag had gone out. It would be offside against the French fullback. Mathieu Deplan making a nice little run. Chance looked to have been lost as Ledesma just dwelling on it, but just slides one through, inch perfect from the Argentine, and perfectly waited for Deplan, who had a real tough angle and had it all to do. Took it with his right, but it was covered at the near post by Bingham regardless. Deplan, big part of the setup, as I mentioned, ever present this season, the only field player, only player whatsoever to play every single minute this campaign for FC Cincinnati. Has been a rock in those wide defensive roles, whether it be on the right or the left. Throw in now for LA. Fabio Alvarez, the most recent of goal scorers, will send it back now. Daniel Steres works it forward. Ibrahimovic wearing the captain's armband once again. Nice little slide touch pass for Julian Araujo. Would you believe it? 20 years difference between those two players. And it's given away. Ibrahimovic shaking his head in disgust, and now it's Araujo leaving himself exposed at the back, but the ball out of the back from FC Cincinnati, unable to punish the Galaxy defender. Throw in here for LA. Hey Galaxy fans, do you have what it takes to play for the most successful club in Major League Soccer? You can join the LA Galaxy Open Tryout today to be evaluated by Galaxy coaches and the technical staff for a chance to make the team. You can sign up now at lagalaxy.com/tryouts. Working it forward now, it's Emmanuel Boateng. He's in. Boateng closed down by Justin Hoyt. It took a deflection. Boateng using his speed to run into space, but last off of the Galaxy winger, so a goal kick for Spencer Ritchie. That was Boateng, who just had to hold it up just a bit to get his feet right. Meanwhile, they come out wide, FC Cincinnati, but it's intercepted by Julian Araujo. Here's Frankie Amaya, who's just come in behind that midfield setup for the Galaxy. Deplan hooks one in, and the run from Dali not quite quick enough. A little teasing, curling ball in by the Frenchman. It hasn't been for a lack of trying, but considerably an open affair. Here as MLS play resumes following the international break. Happy to have you along on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles. The Galaxy in front thanks to early strikes from Emmanuel Boateng and Fabio Alvarez. Looking for a third. Araujo pumps the cross, trying to pick out Ibrahimovic, who got underneath it. His header goes askew, but he keeps it in. Joe Corona with a clever turn. And it will be a free kick here. Handball against FC Cincinnati and Frankie Amaya. Soccer fans, the Modelo 6-pack is available right now. The deal includes tickets to the Galaxy against LAFC clash coming up on July 19th, as well as 5 other games of your choice. You can get this incredible deal before it's gone at lagalaxy.com/Modelo 6-pack. That's lagalaxy.com/Modelo 6-pack. 67th minute, the Galaxy in a little bit of hot water right now. Tighten things up somewhat defensively speaking, but now it's Ibrahimovic who's put himself into an advantageous spot. And we've seen what the prolific Swede can muster up from these types of situations. It will be Ibra striking, Ibra hitting, and Spencer Ritchie saving. Team effort in the end, at least by the lofty standards of the player of a generation, or one of the players of his generation. You throw in the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Of course, those two always at the top of the list, but right behind them has to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's got them beat by about 5 years, at least in Ronaldo's sake, in terms of age. I believe Ronaldo around 32 or 33, and Messi hovering just around the 30-year-old mark. But what a player he's been, whether it's been in Italy, Netherlands, Spain, and now the United States. And of course, his impressive spell at Manchester United, where he won 3 trophies. Long searching ball now, summoning the defensive presence of Daniel Steres, who did well to cover for Julian Araujo. There's a real rigidity to this Galaxy back four when you bring in the likes of Araujo. He may not have the ability to make those storming attacking runs like a Rolf Felcher, but very strong in the tackle and able to track very well. So the Galaxy getting set to make their first switch. Guillermo Barros Escalota summoning Servando Carrasco off the bench, and on the 69th minute he will replace Fabio Alvarez. So Carrasco will come on. Big one for him. Now making his 8th appearance after being an unused substitute over the matter of the last 3 MLS games. Carrasco, of course, getting the start on Wednesday night in Portland. I actually did receive a booking in that clash as well. So he'll come on. Alvarez rested. I mentioned how tough the schedule has been for the Galaxy. Of course, Tuesday traveling up to Portland, Wednesday playing against the Timbers. Flew out of Portland on Thursday to get home, given the rest of the day off. Then Friday, turning around and going right back to the airport and making the 2,200-mile flight into the Eastern time zone and getting to Cincinnati yesterday before today's match. Near side for Deplan, operating at left back, supported by Ulloa. Number 8 playing to number 6 tonight. Here's Haglund, who's, aside from that about 10-minute spell in the first half, Cincinnati keeping LA in check for the most part. Retreating back is Dave Romney, and it'll be sent forward by David Bingham. Possession all too short-lived as 20 minutes remain now. The time becoming a factor slightly for Cincinnati if they want to take something positive out of this. and avoid a 5th consecutive defeat. Nice ball played, and it's Dali summoning a great save from David Bingham. Dali with a tough angle, but he hit it so well, but it was Bingham equal to the task, getting that right hand on it. Not out of hot water yet. Amaya trying to play it through over the top, but cut out nicely by Daniel Steris. Enterprising play from FC Cincinnati, who are right back on it. They smell a little blood in the water, so to speak. Bertone checks back for Amaya. This is Mathieu Desplan, who's supported on the left-hand side by Kekuta Mane, who's been a little quieter here. Onside for Bertone, who drives it across and blocked by Perry Kitchen. It will be corner number 3 coming up here for the hosts. Enjoyed a pretty good spell here in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Unfortunately, it looks as though Kekuta Mane is on the deck. Not feeling too good. No substitutes utilized by Yohan Dame, who, believe it or not, is just 29 years of age. Came up as a player, but get this, started his coaching career when he was 16 years old, way back in the French 6th division when he was coaching a club of under 13s. Said he recognized that I didn't have the physical ability to play at the top professional level, so I decided to focus on management, and now he makes his big chance after some time spent in the lower leagues in France before making his way over to FC Cincinnati and U.S. soccer. Well, we've got a moment. Hey fans, the LA Galaxy Foundation is now accepting nominations for our 2019 Hero of the Game program. The Galaxy strives to express gratitude to local heroes by honoring police, fire, and military personnel, as well as their families, for their sacrifice and their service. To nominate a hero today, please go to lagalaxy.com/hero of the game. Apologies. Injured player appears to be Dali, who will come off, so the first substitute made, and now will come on Corbin Bone for the Jamaican. It'll be the U.S.-born player Bone making his 5th MLS appearance. He's bounced around the lower divisions, has some prior MLS experience with Philadelphia as well as the Chicago Fire. Did get the start, however, in their last MLS game, June 6th, at NYCFC, as I mentioned, which resulted in a 5-2 defeat at Yankee Stadium. Not the first substitution for Yohan Dame. So Corbin Bone, well-traveled, has a few under 20 caps, but now 30 years of age. We'll see how he leads the line, and we'll see if it will alter the team's shape. Remember, both of these two teams depleted tonight. The Galaxy without 5 starters. Meanwhile, for FC Cincinnati, really depleted by the likes of 4 players also away on international duty. The Jamaican duo of Darren Maddox and Alvis Powell with Jamaica, as well as Alan Cruz and Kendall Waston with Costa Rica. A few injuries as well, namely Fernando Adi, as well as Greg Garza, Roland Lamar, and Jimmy McLaughlin, all out. This will be like for like, as Bone will tuck into that striker position. Mane, meanwhile, for the time being, has come up centrally. Those two, no doubt, will interchange. They need some goals here, Cincinnati, if they want to make a game of it. And they've come out, they've really taken their best punch, but inside the attacking final third, it really has left a lot to be desired. Just haven't had the quality or that final finishing polish to unhinge the Galaxy defense, which is in search of its 6th clean sheet of the campaign. Bertone at midfield will spray it long, trying to pick out Ledesma. Arriving onto the scene now. They'll work it forward. Last off of Mane, so a goal kick here for the Galaxy. So we'll see how Corbin Bone will fit into the scheme of things. So Caleb Stanko has come in with the number 33 here in the second half, replacing Fatai Alache. Second switch. Throw in now for the home team, and Bone gets his first touch, supported by Deplan on this left-hand side, inside the Galaxy half. 15 minutes to go. Galaxy, remember, they won 2 of their last 3 overall, but still smarting from that 2-1 home loss to Bruce Arena and the New England Revolution. They had the second worst record in terms of points and position in the Eastern Conference before that game. Never count a Bruce Arena team out, however, as they look to be transformed. 5 games unbeaten since the dismissal of Brad Friedel. Here's Mathieu Deplan, picking out the likes of Mane, who's come back in his usual left-sided role as Bone will tuck in a little more centrally now. Trying to rebound Cincinnati after that 1-0 away defeat at St. Louis FC in the round of 16 of the U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday night. Here's Ibrahimovic dropping back inside his own half. Well played, Ibrahimovic. Excellent play to link up with Joe Corona. That's one of the underrated aspects of his game, if there is any. Sebastian Lletget is inside the penalty area, trying to drop it to that right foot, loses his footing, and he'll drift over the byline and a goal kick here for FC Cincinnati. Lletget not too pleased with the surface as he just lost his footing. Can be a real hard thing to adjust to if you're not used to playing on it. Second consecutive game on turf, technically, for the Galaxy, is the surface in Portland. Very much well known for its artificial grass, despite that massive renovation, which was recently completed up in the Rose City. Galaxy getting ready for the second half surge. As I mentioned, we look ahead on the calendar. Next Saturday, a visit to San Jose and returning home on the 4th of July against Toronto FC before another clash on the 12th in Carson against San Jose before the first version of El Tráfico. That one also at Dignity Health Sports Park against LAFC, and a high reckless challenge here in the center from Haglund, who just catches the face of Lletget. And this is a dangerous, reckless challenge. Surely has to be a booking. It could be a heck of a lot more. Haglund just playing it too high, and how he's gotten away with the yellow. Yeah, there's the yellow card. And finally the booking. So it will be Haglund given his second yellow card of the campaign. He becomes the second FC Cincinnati player booked, along with Leonardo Bertone. Galaxy perhaps could play that to their strengths, as Haglund really has his work cut out for him. It'll be Sebastian Lletget, meanwhile, getting some treatment from the LA Galaxy medical staff, as it appears there might be a slight cut under his left eyebrow as he took the challenge from Haglund. It came up high and reckless. No malicious intent that time from the FC Cincinnati defender, but nonetheless, the effects realized by Sebastian Lletget, who's really trying to click into gear. A player that a lot of people are saying hasn't really found his role within this team. Is it wide? Is it low? And you bring in the likes of a Fabio Alvarez, who's clearly going to play centrally. That means a wider role for Sebastian Lletget, which may not exactly be his natural position, but he's standing over this wide free kick just on the edge of the penalty area, the left-hand side of FC Cincinnati's box. Lletget will wind one up, send it straight in, and FC Cincinnati do very well to clear it outside the penalty area and initiate the counterattack. It's Mane who gets the touch, but it's a little clumsy that time from the Gambian, and cleaned up nicely by Perry Kitchen. But the referee, spotting an infringement one way or another, has actually issued the foul and a yellow card. Interestingly enough, it's going to go against Emmanuel Boateng. So Boateng given the yellow card. just impeding the progress, I guess, of Kekuta Mane. Suima gets the booking. He becomes the second man caution, and it'll be Efrain Alvarez coming in for the Galaxy, and that will represent the final bit of action for Emmanuel Boateng. He's had a good night tonight, stretching that defense early on in the first half and getting his first goal of the campaign. One of those holdovers, as I mentioned, from the team that lost on Wednesday night in Portland. So on comes Efrain Alvarez, who also played a starting role on Wednesday night. Actually, it was Alvarez who had a couple of goals in the fourth round defeat of Orange County FC back on June 12th in Carson. And that 3-0 win over the amateur side. Back the other end, though, it's Bingham. A little bit rattled that time, but enough to steady the ship, so to speak. And it's pretty clear to see that this FC Cincinnati team really missing the talents of a goal-scoring center forward. Alvarez is stolen, and Efrain Alvarez denied by Spencer Ritchie. It drops to the feet of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, squares it for Alvarez. Great 1-2. Ibra, and another save from Ritchie. Wonderful interplay and exchange between the youngest and the oldest members of this Galaxy team. Heroic from Spencer Ritchie to first deny Efrain Alvarez, who unleashed one at the top of the box with his right foot, and then it fell sweetly to Ibrahimovic, who worked a nice 1-2 with the Swede. Tough angle, but covered at the near post by the Cincinnati goalkeeper. It will be another corner here for Los Angeles as the Cincinnati team rises to their feet. Belted in. Ibra wins the header, but it's knocked out wide for Mane, who comes back to win it. And Mane strides into the Galaxy half, trying to play along for Bertone. Out comes David Bingham, passing his own penalty area, but heads it clear. In the end, a wise decision, but my oh my, things really opening up. Game becoming just a bit stretched. Galaxy, as I mentioned, coming into this game 9 points adrift of their city rivals, but can cut that lead to 6. LAFC on 37 points through 16 games. If this result holds, the Galaxy will be on 31 through 17. Put themselves 5 points clear of third place Seattle Sounders. Keep it right here on Galaxy Radio. Coming up after the game, we'll have a full match recap. Plus, we'll check on some of the other scores and have all the stats. It's all coming up on the post-game show right here on Galaxy Radio. Long throw in. Taken well. Araujo controls on this right-hand side inside the Cincinnati half. Galaxy trying to manage this game right now and kill it off. Here's Carrasco for Perry Kitchen, who strides forward. Araujo drawing a trio of defenders before it's taken out of play. A throw in for Los Angeles. And look ahead to tomorrow, just one game on the schedule. Columbus Crew entertaining Johnny Russell and Sporting Kansas City. As a lot of the teams coming back into midweek action on Wednesday. Leggett plays it off into the corner, 85th minute. I should say congratulations, as both Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Jonathan Dos Santos have been named to the All-Star game coming up on the 31st of next month in Orlando, as Zlatan and Jonah, as well as the rest of the MLS All-Stars, will tackle La Liga side Atletico Madrid. Alvarez on the corner, the third of the evening, and was well taken, but nice take by goalkeeper Spencer Ritchie. Quick on the pitch out. Bertone helps it forward. Nicely played. Near side for Frankie Amaya. The Galaxy tracking though. Defending well in transition. And Amaya has his pocket picked by the experienced Sebastien Lletget. Both teams fielding makeshift sides tonight. Hit hard by all the players called up for international duties as well as injuries. No suspensions for either team, but the Galaxy, as I mentioned, without 5 starters tonight. Likewise for FC Cincinnati, missing 5 starters as well. Hagland. He'll drop it back. A negative ball for Justin Hoyt. He's forced to track all the way back. First ever meeting between these two. First and only meeting this season as well. Galaxy win it back, helped on by Joe Corona, trying to send it forward. Bone drops deeper, and the advanced Hagland controls. Ulloa, nice little turn out of midfield for Bertone, is a little farther up in the heart of that midfield 4. Ledesma, supported by the Swiss Bertone. Trying to go up and over the top, switches the point of attack for Kekuta Mane. He's got speed to burn. Mane puts it on his right on the edge of the box, lays it out wide. It's Ulloa, takes a deflection in. And easy in the end for David Bingham, who is just 3 minutes away from his 6th clean sheet. David Bingham has been ever present this season as he was last year. Has not missed a game since the beginning of the 2018 campaign. Had 8 clean sheets last year in 34 appearances. If things hold tonight, it'll be 6 in his first 17 games. Well on course to break that mark. Here comes Bone now, linking up with Mane. Mane will stride into the Galaxy half. He's turned on the speed. Mane trying to give some life to this team late on. Supported by Bertone. Bone now, good first touch. Lays it back to the former Young Boys man, who switches it out wide to the right-hand side. Stanko gets to it but can't keep it from drifting over the byline. So it will be a goal kick here for David Bingham. The Galaxy feeling comfortable on the road. It would be the 3rd consecutive win if they can get this to hold. After wins, of course, at Sporting Kansas City and Orlando. It'll be the 3rd and final switch of the evening, I believe. And it's going to be Emil Cuello. Born in Buenos Aires, raised in Orem, Utah. So Cuello comes on. 6th appearance. Played the last 19 minutes in Portland on Wednesday night. And the Galaxy used all their substitutions. I'm sure will no doubt welcome a full week's rest. No cup distractions whatsoever, and a chance to take things to the training ground before heading up to San Jose next Saturday. And Hagland's made a great run down the left-hand side, well into the Galaxy defensive third. His cross, though, a little overcooked. Underneath it is Ulloa trying to work the cushion header for Frankie Amaya. It drops to Stanko on the right-hand side of that defense. He's come into the attacking scheme. Here's Ledesma, who needs some support, and he'll get it in the form of Ulloa. 90th minute at Nippert Stadium. Stanko just gives it away. It's an unforced error from the FC Cincinnati substitute, and that can really be symbolic of the way things have gone tonight for the hosts. Ibrahimovic controls it, but Cuello can't work the short long, and Ibrahimovic hits the deck in disgust mixed with a little disappointment as he was in. Ball is crossed in. The header off the head, I believe, of Daniel Steris, but caught well by David Bingham. The Galaxy looking far more assured in the back here in the second half than we saw in half number 1. That's for sure. Ibrahimovic, you can tell those legs a little bit taxed right now, as we can confirm 4 minutes will be added on here as we enter that first of the 4-minute period of allotted time. An important 4 minutes here for LA, who not just want the 3 points, they want the clean sheet. And been defensively inconsistent. Just trying to right the ship, as I mentioned. And a question of their creativity, their ability to score goals if Ibrahimovic doesn't do it. Well, they've answered that tonight against some weakened and lesser opposition in FC Cincinnati, who, despite their bravest efforts, just have not had the quality. Bone works his way forward, 92nd minute. Nice touch from Bone to link. He's had a good understanding since coming on with Kekuta Mane. I think the Galaxy will look at this one as, hey, we got all 3 points. He deserved 3 points, but it's not going to be so much of a matter as the Galaxy being that much better than FC Cincinnati, as FC Cincinnati being that much worse than the LA Galaxy. They want to come out and play attacking football. You can see it. And down 2 goals after 15 minutes, really forcing their hand to come forward. But despite carving open this Galaxy defense on a few opportunities, especially in the first half, they had those 5 shots, unable to get anything on target tonight. Bertone drops it. Ledesma. It may work its way out to Bertone. A miss from Perry Kitchen. FC Cincinnati, though, able to win it back. 3rd minute of stoppage time here. Bone drops into that midfield gap between the back line and midfield 4, and it's safely headed back by Kitchen to David Bingham. Coming up on the post-game show, we'll take a look at the stats, break it all down, take a look at what's ahead, and keep you apprised of some of all the other scores in Major League Soccer. 5 games on the Saturday docket. It's all coming up on Galaxy Radio post-game show after the game. Galaxy seconds away from their 10th MLS victory of the campaign. Just trying to keep pace with the team with the best record in the league and city rivals LAFC, who have just flat out torn it up. Coming in on 37 points through their first 16 games, running away with the Western Conference. Galaxy can take 3 points tonight and then perhaps take 3 points on the 19th of July. They can do a lot towards cutting into that LAFC lead. Here's Mane pumping one in, but straight to the gloves of David Bingham. He's been caught out on 1 or 2 occasions as of late. By far and away, though, a much improved David Bingham in 2019 than we saw the David Bingham in 2018. Not a whole heck of a lot for him to do, as he's taken 10 shots, 3 of which on target. Galaxy able to muster up some opportunities. Not been outshot tonight, just 7 shots, but 5 of those have been on frame, so to speak. So the 4 minutes is expired. Referee looks to his watch, and that is going to do it. The LA Galaxy get their 4th win on their travels and respond after a 3-week layoff. The goals coming on the 12th minute from Emmanuel Boateng, and 3 minutes later from Fabio Alvarez. And despite some defensive misgivings, it's another clean sheet and 3 points on the road. The final score tonight from Nippert Stadium: it's FC Cincinnati 0, the LA Galaxy 2. Stay with us. The postgame show is next here on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life, and Toyota. Let's go places.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Are you ready for a new car? Are you set on getting a great deal? Then now's the time to get to Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event, where you can take advantage of incredible deals like low leases and huge factory cashback offers on many of our most popular models, including the all-new RAV4, a top new Tacoma, a sporty Camry, and more. So ready, set, go. See your Southern California Toyota dealer today, or visit buyatoyota.com for all current offers.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, it's a welcome return after a 3-week layoff for the Los Angeles Galaxy as they emerged victorious for the third consecutive game on the road. The final tonight at Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio, 2-0 over the expansion side, FC Cincinnati. Happy to have you along here on Galaxy Radio for our postgame show. Time now for our Man of the Match, which is brought to you by Herbalife Nutrition. Herbalife Nutrition for a better life. On a night when things really don't define themselves in terms of a man-of-the-match selection, I'm going to have to take my hat off and give it to Joe Corona. No one player really exerted an exceptional level of influence on the affairs, but Joe Corona, after what was a shaky first 20 minutes by the Galaxy, conceding numerous chances and half chances to this FC Cincinnati team, the duo of Corona and Perry Kitchen able to harness that midfield and that double pivot and start to get a hold of things and provide the link to the attack for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Fabio Alvarez, and company. So congratulations to Joe Corona, our man of the match, brought to you by Herbalife Nutrition. Herbalife Nutrition for a better life. And that will take us to our moment of the match. Our moment of the match now brought to you by Alcatel, the official smartphone of the LA Galaxy. Alcatel is available at Cricket Wireless. And that moment of the match came in about a 4-minute spell after the Galaxy had their cage rattled in the first 10 minutes. Afterwards, a complete defensive meltdown from FC Cincinnati. They were victimized by 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Charitable defensive giveaways, gifting possession to Emmanuel Boateng, who managed to ghost in and put a very tidy finish home on the 12th minute for his first goal of the campaign. But there was no recovery because immediately thereafter, just 3 minutes later, was Fabio Alvarez grabbing his second of the season on the 15th minute as things were really discombobulated. And from thenceforth, it was FC Cincinnati really unable to piece it together and recover. But in all honesty, a team that was really hit hard by international absences and call-ups. They just did not have the quality despite presenting themselves with several opportunities to get back into this game. It's a game where you've got to take your chances, but unfortunately for the MLS New Boys, they were not able to do that. We'll take a look at the numbers here. As I mentioned at the end of the game, the Galaxy in total outshot, but that really means little tonight as they found themselves giving away 10 opportunities, but it was FC Cincinnati unable to find that sharpness in front of goal, only able to steer 3 of those 10 opportunities on target. The Galaxy, meanwhile, presenting most of their chances in the first half as they opt to really take their foot off the gas in the second half. Seven shots, 5 of which were on target. They had 60% of the possession, did FC Cincinnati, in the first half, but that subsided to 52% overall, 48% for the Galaxy, who once again, for the third time in 4 games, do not garner a majority of the possession. 2 corner kicks for Cincinnati to 3 for the Galaxy, and some bookings to keep you aware of. Julian Araujo, as well as Emmanuel Boateng, caution tonight for LA, while Leonardo Bertone and Nick Hagelin were given yellow cards by referee Marcos de Oliveira. Up next for the Galaxy, they will fly home and regroup before the visit to San Jose Earthquakes coming up next Saturday on June 29th. We'll have it for you right here on Galaxy Radio, so make sure you tune in at 7:30 Pacific time as the Galaxy get set for another Cali Classico against their Northern California rivals. But my final thoughts tonight before we sign off, and indeed a lot of positives from this one, is the Galaxy clearly showing rust from a 3-week layoff for a lot of these players. 7 big changes tonight for Guillermo Barros Escaloto, who was really forced, who had his hand forced to rotate his squad after some lengthy travel, 2 consecutive games on the road in the space of 4 days. They recovered well after a 4-0 trouncing by Portland in the U.S. Open Cup in Portland on Wednesday night, but bringing the likes in of David Bingham as well as Diego Polenta and the rest. Julian Araujo, Sebastian Lletget back from injury, as well as Fabio Alvarez, and of course Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Joe Corona really added an extra bit of quality, and it really proved to be worth their while. In the end, the philosophy of rotating the squad by Guillermo Barros Escaloto was proven right, as the Galaxy now get 3 points. They get their 10th win, their 3rd consecutive on their travels, and 3rd in their last 4 games overall. They move up to 31 points through the space of 17 games, and despite having played 1 more game than LAFC, they are still 6 points adrift of their city rivals, now 5 points clear of the Seattle Sounders. But the Galaxy will be pleased as they knocked off a little bit of the rust. They'll regroup and really try to tighten things up in defense, not wanting to give away those chances that we saw in the first half against FC Cincinnati. Against better quality opposition, the Galaxy can ill afford to grant those chances, as they would have been punished by a team possessing greater quality. But as they say in the soccer world, 3 points is 3 points. That's going to do it for us. We are so happy you could join us here on Galaxy Radio. On behalf of the entire crew, this is Christian Miles signing off, where once again the final score reads FC Cincinnati 0, the LA Galaxy 2.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.